So it's actually a day off today from doing any sort of work. Yesterday we were here doing so much work. Sorry if I look a bit like Bane, but I've got to keep this on because it's very dusty in here and it's all 120-year-old dust. But yeah, so I thought I'd give you guys a little tour of what the house looks like right now. We're probably 85% done with demolition. There's a few last things to take down. We've got some partition walls that we still need to knock through. We're actually going to be changing the layout of this house, but let me give you a quick tour. So excuse the enormous fungi plant thing that's growing there. Luckily, I'm obviously wearing my mask, but this will need to be sprayed. It is actually looking pretty dead, but it will need to be sprayed and then scraped off. But anyway, this is the old wall here. This is the south side gable, and as you can see, this is what I'm going to need to do with it. I'm going to need to scrape out all of the old mortar and put some new lime mortar in on the whole wall just to stabilize it and make it okay. This is actually the old lime plaster, so this is the render that they've put on the wall, and then this would have been painted, so that would have been the wall. But what basically happened here is, instead of building a stud away from the wall to allow a cavity, they just battened the wall and screwed straight into the wall. And there was this wood that you can see was that thick, and the wood was soaking wet because there's cracks on the render outside, and also the condensation in the house has nowhere to go. So all of this has crumbled off because it was damp, but there wasn't a piece of wood here. So as you can see, this is still okay. So I'm basically going to repoint this wall just to make it nice and safe. But we're going to be losing some room in every room because we're going to be building a cavity. You can see here they've just gotten some cement, slapped it on there, and then done a dot and dab plaster board, insulation board away from it, which I suppose is better than nothing. You know, you have got a nice gap there. But again, we're going to build the cavity with the stud framework away from the wall. And then this wall here, this is going to be moved back to where this wall is. So if you come into the bathroom, the bath is basically, this is going to become the new wall here, and then this will be a part of the bedroom, so will that window. So this will become a nice big bedroom, and this wall here is going to be moving that way about 2 or 3 inches. This room still needs to be cleared up, but this is eventually going to be the studio. So as you can see, it's much bigger than the bedroom, so this can lose a bit of size. It doesn't matter. Again, we are going to lose some space as well with the cavity, but yeah, it's coming along. We've taken out all of the ceilings, so you can see we've got a massive loft. All of the ceilings have come down in every single room. That took forever to do. You've got old lath and plaster, so it's these old sort of sticks, and then they slap the plaster in. And obviously that's taken a long time. So now all these ceilings are down. You'll be able to put some plasterboard up and then go in from the top and put some Kingspan insulation in, make it nice and solid. There was no insulation in the house at all before. Relatively new ceiling, it's nice and dry. Again, I need to repoint the wall up there. You can see much less mortar in between the bricks up there, in between the stone and the bricks. So that's going to be a priority job in the next couple of days. This all needs to come off, probably. It does look like it's a bit more sturdy, so I'm not sure if I'm going to take it off. I'm just going to build a cavity over it and again just close it up. Chimney at the top needs to be seen to. The chimney's got some cracks in it, letting some water in, so that all needs to be sealed off. But yeah, so the next thing really is the rest of the tidy up, and then the new stud framework will go in, and we'll be able to see the skeleton of the house again. So that's going to be really awesome. You can see this is this wall's nice and dry because they had that little cavity there for allow the airflow and stuff. So it's really cool. If I show you downstairs, down my 140-year-old staircase, this is the lounge, the living room, and again, I had the exact same thing. Everything was just tightly sponged up. There was no airflow between any of these walls, so everything was wet. Now it's allowing it to all dry out. This arg is going to come out A bit of builder needs to support the wall as they take it out, and then they need to put a new concrete lintel in, and then obviously treat the wall with all the mortar being replaced, and then we're going to close that off and hopefully keep a sort of fireplace area for a little electric one. But yeah, this is all the plaster, the old lath plaster. As you come around here, kitchen completely empty. Again, everything's out. And then you got the garden, which is filled with the lath. And that's the house tour. A lot of work left to do, but hopefully you've enjoyed that little update. It's going to be fun.